Okay, I'm here because a viewer requested that I go over more specific instructions on how to change the radiator, and I figured sure, why not. So I'm working on the truck as well, draining the coolant from that, so that's the noise you hear in the background. But basically you pop the hood using the hood latch inside the car, and then there's the safety latch right here, and you push that over like that. It goes that way, and then you lift the hood up. So the hood should have a strut there to help it stay open, and then you can go about replacing the radiator. So the first thing that needs to come off is the front bumper. I'm just going to describe how to take off the front bumper. I'm not going to actually take it off because that's too much work for right now. So these little snap things right here, these little snap things on the top of this fan shroud right here, the middle piece here, you can use a knife or a screwdriver to pop these things up, the middle piece. Might try a pair of pliers. A pair of pliers might also be useful. But you pop the little piece up. Pop the little piece up. There we go. So these little plastic clip things are really interesting. They go in, and then when this little piece goes like that, it spreads the clip out. That way it stays attached. So there will be a bunch of these little clip things attaching this fan shroud, this radiator shroud. Attaching this radiator shroud. So you need to take them off. There's one here, might be one here, one here, one here, and one here. So you take those off. The next thing you need to do, the next easiest thing to do, is to take the headlight out. This bolt right here, are you seeing where the thing is pointing? Mm-hmm. Okay, this bolt right here and this bolt right here. You undo these two bolts and the headlight will just slide out. It might be difficult with the bumper right here depending on how the front end is. This front end is a little messed up, so as you can see there's a lot of overlap right there, so sliding the headlight out is going to be a little more difficult. But if your car has a normal front end, sliding the headlight out should be fairly easy once you undo these two bolts right there. And then once you slide the headlight out, you'll have to find where to unplug it up in here. It's just a little plug. There's only one way you can unplug it and one way you can plug it back in, so it's very easy. You don't have to worry about plugging it in wrong. And then underneath there, I'm going to put the picture on the screen, but basically you'll find a black plastic clip that's bolted to the underside of the fender. And so you loosen that clip. You loosen the bolts on that clip, and that will allow the side of the bumper cover right here. Once you loosen those clips, this side will just pop out, just like that. So once you get both sides popped out, the only other thing that's holding that bumper cover on are little screws down underneath. Down underneath, near the tires, there will be little screws, little bolts. There's one right there, and that is it. There's a little clip thing right here, just like the clip things on the top. So you take that little clip thing out, take that screw out, and then inside the wheel wells, there are more screws right there, right there. And then right here. And so you take out all those little screws and the bumper cover just comes right off. If it's not coming right off, it means you're missing some screws somewhere. Where? I don't know. Because like I said, this car has had front end damage a couple times, it's been repaired a couple times, and so it is... So it's had some front end damage a couple times, it's been repaired a couple times, so some things are missing, and there are some extra things to hold everything together. So once you have this bumper cover and the grille and the shroud off, you will need to take off the hood latch. There are 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3. 3 bolts to take that hood latch off. Then you can actually get at the radiator. The mount, I'll show it on screen now, but the mount attaches right underneath this shroud. It's got 1 bolt right there. So once this shroud is removed, the 1 bolt there, the 1 bolt, you can actually see it right here, that's the top radiator mount, and there's 1 bolt. So once that happens, and the radiator just kind of sits in the mount, here's where the mount just kind of goes around it and holds the radiator in place. So you take off those 2 top mounts, then you have to, if you are removing the AC condenser, which is the small radiator looking thing in front of the main radiator, you can do that by undoing the bolts right here and right here. Those 2 bolts are the only thing that holds the AC condenser to the radiator. And once you take off the AC condenser, when you move it out of the way, then what you need to do is on the back side of the radiator. So this is looking at the radiator. This is the back side of the radiator. And there are 4 things that you need to undo back here. The first one, or the first things are these pipe fittings. One is here, and one is down here. You undo those with a wrench. There will be lines, hard lines, metal lines coming into there. That is the transmission fluid. So you need to undo those bolts, undo those fittings, and then you need to undo the rubber hose. There will be a hose with a hose clamp attached right here, and then down here. So you undo those hoses, you undo the pipe fittings in here, and then you can rip the radiator out, because the radiator has these little plastic studs which stick into little rubber holders. If the radiator does not come out very easily, look at the bottom of the radiator and it might have bolts that hold it in. Some of the radiators were bolted in, but I think most just had these plastic feet. So once the radiator comes out, you can see there is the quick disconnect bottom mount. There's 1, there's 2. These fittings back here, I believe these go to the transmission for like an intercooler. At least that's what I think. So remember, because you're facing backwards from where the bolt goes in, it's opposite. So you go like that, and it's 19 millimeters. And you just take them out. It takes a while. So you just take them both out. So once the radiator comes out, you can unplug the fan shroud, and the radiator will be out of the car along with the fan shroud. Now, to remove the fan shroud from the radiator, I'm going to show that on screen right now. Alright, so the fan is built into the shroud, and it's attached to the radiator using clips right on the back, right there at the top and there at the bottom. So to undo these, all you need to do is stick a screwdriver into there and lift up, and at the same time take another screwdriver that I don't have right here, and you do this bottom one in this direction. So you put the screwdriver in just like that, screwdriver in just like that, and pry upwards, and that undoes the two clips, and there's two identical clips on the other side. Also, I had to disconnect the wiring harness, which goes in right there. It's just a 3-wire plug that goes in there, so that's easy enough. You just disconnect it, plug it back in when you go to put the new radiator in. So that's taking the radiator out. Taking the radiator out, take off the headlights, undo the bolt back here that holds on the side of the bumper cover. Once you loosen that clip, this side here will pop out. Do the same thing to the other side. Then undo all of these little stray clips and stray bolts in the wheel well, underneath the bumper here, and up top here. Once you have all of those off, the bumper cover just comes right off. Then you take out the hood latch using these 3 bolts right here. Take it off so that you can work in there. Then the AC condenser is right here and the radiator is right here. If you want to leave the AC condenser in place, if your AC is working just fine and you only need the radiator replaced, unbolt the AC condenser from the radiator at this point and this point. Then, on the back of the radiator, undo 2 pipe fittings. I believe they are 19 millimeter, but I don't remember for sure. But it's 2 fittings for metal lines, and you undo them both. Then you undo the rubber hoses here and here. So you undo the rubber hoses by using pliers to remove the hose clamp. So once you take the old radiator out, you can put the new radiator in following the sequence in reverse. So you put the fan shroud on. You put it here and you put it on the other side. The fan shroud goes on the back side and it clips in right here and here, here and here on the new radiator. So you clip in the new fan shroud. You bring the radiator over to the car. You drop it into the bottom mounts. Once it's in the bottom mounts, you can reattach the hard lines right here and here, reattach the rubber hoses here and here. Make sure you reattach the hose clamps, otherwise it might leak. Then you reattach your AC condenser right here and right here. Then you reinstall the top mounts here and here. Then, once the radiator is all in place, and make sure you plug the fan back in. That's a very important part. So make sure the fan is plugged back in, and make sure that the cord does not come into contact with the fan blades. So if I take this engine cover off, why is that not? There it goes. So if I take this engine cover off, which I highly recommend whenever you're working on a car, take the engine cover off. It takes way too much room in there. See how much clearly I can see down in there? You can see the fan shroud, and it plugs in down at the bottom. You plug in the fan, and then you zip tie the wiring harness for the fan so that it cannot come into contact with the blades, because otherwise it'll rub on the blades and could cause problems down the road. So once that fan is installed, your new radiator, once all those things are done, your new radiator is installed. And so then you can put the hood latch back on. Put the latch back here, 1, 2, 3 bolts, and that's done. Then you can put your bumper cover back on. You slide it back on, you take care of the bolts on the bottom by the wheel wells, take care of these little things on the top, and you take care of the side latches, the side clips that you can get through when you take off the headlight. Once the bumper cover is back on and secured, you slide the headlight back in, bolt it, you plug it back in, slide it back in, bolt it down again. Same thing with the other side. Slide the headlight back in, plug the headlight back in, back here. You can probably, yeah, right down there. You can't see that. Okay, you can't see that, but you can, when you remove the headlight, you can see where it plugs into the car itself. So you plug the headlight back in, slide it back in, bolt it down, and then you're done. Where's the cap? There it is. So I hope this video has been informative. That's my goal. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to tear the car apart again so that you can see exactly how to do it. Again, just watch through my other videos on this car. I think I show you just about everything. I just don't explain it all very well. So this video has the explanation. It just doesn't have the showing you very well, but I think between the two videos, you should be able to replace the radiator in your Cobalt. It's not hard, it's just a lot of stuff. Like I said, take the headlights out. That's fairly easy. It's just 2 bolts, you slide it out, and then you unplug a plug. And then same thing on the other side. Then you have 2 more bolts on each side for the clips. Once those are out, you have a bunch of small bolts underneath and a bunch of these little plastic body clips up here, and then you can take the bumper cover off. Then you just have the hood latch with these 3 bolts here. Then you unbolt the AC condenser, you remove the lines from the radiator, you start to pull it up, you remove the fan, the plug for the fan, and then you can take that whole thing out, replace it, plug everything back in. And that's the most important part, is just seeing what you take off and making sure that what you take off goes back on again. Otherwise, you end up with a car with a bunch of missing parts.